The spring market is upon us, which brings a surge in new listings paired with record sales seen in February. What does this mean for you? Let's get right into that now. My name is Alex Hripko with Royal LePage Benchmark, and today we will be covering what has happened in Calgary and area in the month of February. This is the fourth consecutive month where we have seen such tight conditions. Sales have been restricted by the lack of supply choice in the marketplace, which sellers did respond to with new listings coming on, but the demand continues to be so strong that we are left with undersupplied market conditions, causing further price gains. A 6% increase compared to January in the total residential benchmark price for the city, with these gains being driven by the detached segment of the market. While the gains in new listings will help to provide choice to buyers and eventually support more balanced conditions, it will take some time to get through the demand that we are seeing in the marketplace. So let's break it down by each sector, and later on in the video, I will also go over the surrounding communities as well. For the third consecutive month, the detached sector has seen below 1 month of supply. This limited supply paired with a persistently strong demand has placed significant upward pressure on prices this month, seeing the benchmark price sitting at $596,000, which is nearly $50,000 higher than the prices we saw at the end of 2021 and over $90,000 higher than what we saw in February last year. We are seeing the sales growth to be the strongest in the $600,000 to $1 million price range, as this is where we did see the most new listings come onto the marketplace. Many buyers are getting priced out of this segment of the market, and they are shifting towards the semi-detached market, where we also are seeing very tight conditions with 1 month of supply and upward pressure on prices. So we are seeing that benchmark price sitting at $461,000, and this is just under a $30,000 increase in price since the end of 2021 and over $62,000 since last February. So with these two segments being so tight and prices are increasing quite drastically, buyers are also being priced out of all these markets, so they have to choose to go to a less competitive market, the townhouses. Following several months of strong sales relative to new listings, we started to see the inventory levels also trend down relative to what we traditionally see this time of year. So this leads to less options for buyers paired with multiple offers and price gains. So lastly, we do have the apartment condominiums. This segment has been lagging for quite some time, and we have finally started to see a surge in sales. Although we saw an increase in sales, we also saw new listings improve, which did not alter the overall inventory levels. However, we are seeing sellers' market conditions with less than 2 months of supply, which is the tightest that we have seen this condo sector since 2007. With these tighter conditions here, we saw some upward pressure in prices. However, the gains are significantly lower than other property types, and we still are 14% below previous highs. So if we continue to see the tight conditions in this sector, we could see some more substantial shifts towards a price recovery. So that is some positive news for the condos. So I also want to touch on some of the surrounding communities and their markets as well. First off, Airdrie, just north of Calgary. Sales are off the charts, new listings continuing to improve, however, also seeing massive demand. Supply continues to remain exceptionally low, and the months of supply remained below 1 month for the fourth consecutive month. So we are seeing persistently tight market conditions, especially in the detached and semi-detached sector, which has driven the price growth. When we take a look at Cochrane, which is just west of the city, sales nearly matched the levels of new listings, which caused inventories to decline further. We are seeing less than half a month of supply, which is a super tight market. This is the fourth consecutive month that we have seen the months of supply being below 1 month, and the sellers' market conditions are placing significant upward pressure on prices, especially in that detached and semi-detached sector. Now on to Okotoks, which is just south of Calgary. Just like other markets, we saw improvements in new listings. However, it was not enough to change the low inventory situation that we are currently seeing. With only 56 units in inventory seen at the end of the month, this is the lowest February inventory seen since 2006. Prices are increasing as the seller's market continues. As you can see throughout Calgary and the surrounding area, we are seeing very tight conditions, and this is seen all across the board in all product types. Sellers, it's a fantastic time to sell, but you do have to know where you are going as there's not much inventory to choose from. Buyers, we have to be very strategic with how we choose a property, how we make an offer, and we also have to be very quick when looking for a property, as homes are selling within a day of being on the market. If you have any questions on what I have covered today, please book a time in my calendar using the link below and we can chat. It's Alex Hripko with Royal LePage Benchmark. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll see you next time.